Dana?
I think it's great. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of phone calls. Did you hear what they said? What are you thinking? I said, nothing, chilled. Like, the fact that Dana White and TKO want to get involved in boxing shows you exactly where boxing's at. I don't agree with His Excellency and Dana White of boxing's broken. Boxing's not broken. Boxing's red hot. But there are ways to improve it, whether that's in a league system, whether that's with one belt, which they clearly want as well. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But they're powerful people, smart people, and I think they can bring a lot to the sport.
Will it be a case with the league, Eddie, that like it turns into a more of a Super Series type situation, or is it more of a knockout kind of a league system?
Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, I've only read the press release like you where it says, you know, the plan is to build fighters. So I don't know if the league format is for those sort of lower level prospects coming through with, you know, or world class, or the bigger names. I don't think, you know, a league format has been looked at many times with the top level of the sport, and it's not easy. It requires a huge amount of money and probably a business structure that TKO, in my opinion, might think is not a structure that has long-term potential. What they do have, by the sounds of it, is the ESPN contract from Top Rank, which is a major coup, and they will have the opportunity to build fighters through that broadcaster, and also through them being a very powerful company, and Dana White having a huge profile as well. So, you know, I look at it as a massive opportunity for the sport. I really do, and, you know, I know that His Excellency and, you know, gets a bit carried away with the interviews and stuff like that, but, you know, I presume we're all coexisting across the kind of facets of the Saudi Arabian businesses, which is Riyadh season, Ring Magazine events, the league, the WBC Grand Prix, and, you know, if we are asked to be involved in the league, yeah, if it's a good opportunity for our fighters and match them, absolutely.
Definitely, and a massive fight for Dalton Smith. It seems like the perfect fight on April 19th to bridge that gap between European level and fighting for Albert Puello as well.
I think people will always kind of jump on a bandwagon, oh, who's Jermaine? And the answer is he's a very good fighter in the top 15 who hasn't lost for 5 years, very tough, and I think he'll give Dalton Smith a good test. You know, last time out we were ordered to fight for the European title against Awiza. He's not a bad fighter. Dalton's just much better. This will be a different kind of fight. And in Yorkshire with Josh Warrington, Josh Padley, Ishmael Davis. Unfortunately, we've only got 2,500 tickets and they'll go quickly, but it's a good night of boxing.
Final one from me as well. That mad press conference with Teofimo, Lopez, Devin. How was it being around all of those guys?
I've actually got to know and speak to Teofimo Lopez a bit more lately. I actually quite like him. I didn't really like him, and I think sometimes he gets things wrong. But I actually think he's got a decent heart, and I think a lot of this is just a game to him of trying to get that profile and noise. And let's be honest, without Teofimo the other day, the press conference wouldn't have been as exciting and interesting. And he done a great job, but he's bonkers. But I think good for the sport. There's all those guys. I mean, that fight card, May 2nd, you know, you've got Ryan, Devin and Teo. They're really like three of the real young stars of the sport. And good to see Ryan back focused. And it's a big night for Devin Haney. But yeah, Teofimo stole the show.
Cheers, Eddie.